Okay, well, hello and welcome to Avril Lavigne. Very nice to see you. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good, okay. Now, we're here to talk about your new album, which is called The Best Damn Thing. This title, does it refer to anything in particular?
I'm just really excited about this record. I feel like some of my best songs are on it, and to me, it's my best damn record.
So you're calling it after the record because it's the best damn thing you've done?
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering, what's the worst damn thing about being you?
There's nothing bad about being me.
Nothing at all?
Positive.
Great, okay, that's good to hear. Now, talking about positive things, you got married last year.
Yeah.
How is that? How is it being married?
For me, being married is awesome. It's great.
Okay, cool. Do you think it's changed your songwriting or you as a person?
I mean, being married means that I'm really happy in my personal life, and I'm sure that has a reflection. It's a little bit on the record, but not really. I mean, these songs are not, it's not a love record at all. It's not. It's just for me, it's a pop rock record, and it's just, about things that we all go through, and it's not serious, it's not mushy, it's actually kind of in your face, and bratty, and fun.
And all that stuff, okay. Because I got to hear a couple of tracks just before I came down, and I was just wondering if I can ask you about one of them.
Sure.
When You're Gone. I just wondered, does that have anything to do with the fact that you and your husband are both musicians and that you spend a lot of time apart on the road?
Yeah, When You're Gone is, clearly about having to say goodbye to the person you love and all those little things you miss about them, and yeah, I go through that.
Sure, but that's just normal, isn't it? Okay. Now, I was wondering, as a young woman in the music business, which do you find most difficult, being a young person or being female? Which do you think you get most prejudice because of?
I think maybe being young in the public eye can be more difficult sometimes. But I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's difficult. I think just anyone, whoever you are, whatever age you are, it can be difficult. For me, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it all.
Sure.
It's
okay.
You just know. It's just one of those things when you're, high profile, famous or whatever, and everyone's talking about you, they're judging you, and you just have to be able to deal with it. And if I hear negative things, I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking really in terms of, have you ever had record company or management, whatever, trying to maybe tell you the way that you should look or be, or the kind of songs that you should do?
No, I've actually never had the record company tell me how to look or how to write my songs. Everything that you've ever seen on me or, my records, it's all me. And I've always dressed the way that I dress. And on my first record before it came out, L.A. Reid sat me down in his office and said to me, you have your own style and it's really cool. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's really good.
I think if the record company actually told me what to wear, they'd probably be like, why don't you dress a little nicer? Right. Why don't you be a nicer girl and whatever?
Sure.
But it was really actually cool that they let me be me, and it's better that way because I come across better as myself.
Okay. So there was, because I listened to 7 tracks just now, and there's quite some language on there in places. I was wondering if that wasn't interfered with either. There was no question on that.
Basically, this is the first record I've kind of swore on. I didn't on my other ones. I said shit on the last one, but I had to do a clean version.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I swore on about 5 songs, and I didn't hold back this time because it was what I wanted to say, and it made the most sense. And that was the good thing about this record is I went into the studio and just didn't think about anything and just wrote my songs and had a good time, and it was like a big party. It was just no one business was around me. It was just me and the people I was working with, and it was fun. So I didn't think about things, and that is why there is an energy capture on the record, because it was I wasn't worrying about, oh, I have to have a song like this and this and this and this and this. It was I just had all these ideas and I just want to make a fun record and not worry about things, and that's the kind of record this is. And as far as the swearing, it's like, you know, you just do a clean version.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like you had a lot of fun recording the album.
Yeah, I did. I had the most fun on this record. I don't think I knew making a record could be this much fun, actually.
Is that because you had complete control of what you were doing without interference?
Yeah, I had complete control, and I didn't work with anyone like an A&R guy, like a person from the label. I did it, and I kept it all myself until I was finished. But I've had complete control on my other records, but people were, like, you know, hearing the songs. Every time I wrote songs, they were more involved. But it was more like, I think on my other records, it was just very serious. Like, I'd go into the studio and I'd be writing with, like, adults, and it was just very go in, write, and leave, which is fine, which is how you get it done. But this time it was like the people I was hanging out with, we were just like, yeah, drinking and ordering food and like taking breaks, and like I'd go in and we wouldn't work all day.
Yeah.
And then we'd start working at like midnight. So it was just it was just a fun environment, and I like to have fun, and so it came across on the record.
Do you think the difference maybe is that this time you're an adult as well, rather than feeling that you've got adults telling you what to do? This time you're an equal with the people you're working with?
I've never had adults tell me what to do. I've always been very in control.
Okay. And do you have a favourite track on the album? Is there anything that you're particularly proud of that stands out?
Well, yes. My favorite song, one of my favorite songs on the record right now, is I Can Do Better.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because it's a bit of a new sound for me, and it's really aggressive, and it's a rock and roll song, and it's very empowering lyrically. It's about, like it says I can do better, and it's about moving on and just not taking someone's crap. And I also have a song called Innocence. It's like a piano song. It's really pretty. And that's about capturing a moment in time and holding on to it.
Okay.
It's very different songs.
Sure. Okay. Now, you've been very, very successful from the age of 16, 17 years old. I was wondering, do you ever think that there are things maybe that that you've missed out on growing up sort of in the public eye?
I don't feel like I missed out on anything because I had a normal upbringing, a normal childhood, all the way to high school. Then I left high school, and it all happened for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I missed was prom, and I think it probably would have sucked anyway.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Okay. Now, obviously, we said that you've been very successful right from your first record. It was big all over the world, not just in the States and Canada, but all over Europe and Japan and Korea and all of that. Now, that doesn't always happen. That's quite unusual for someone with a first record to go global like that. Do you have any idea what it is about you that appeals to people everywhere?
I think I have a really strong image. I am a certain thing. No one else is like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people just thought, really paid attention to me because when I came out I was so different and like nothing else. And I was a young girl who wrote my own songs and played guitar. And I wasn't just like this, dulled up little pop star. I was just very, I'm very normal and honest, and I speak my mind. And I think a lot of people could relate to me because I came out and I was just this regular girl.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I come across, and it's because I am, and so I was different, and I am different from everyone else out there, and I think that's why I was accepted very well. And then, of course, then you have people who are like totally not into me, but I've done really well overseas and everywhere, and they can't believe it. I like walk off an airplane. I'm in this country I've never been to before, and everyone's waiting for me and freaking out, and it's really exciting, and I'm really, really lucky.
I was going to ask you, actually, are fans different in different countries? Do they treat you differently?
Absolutely. Every country. It's like Japan, and then the people here, and in Canada, like each crowd is different in the way that the fans act, and it's interesting to see.
How would you describe British fans?
Well, over here, it feels very rock and roll.
Yeah.
And when I do a concert, everyone, I feel like everyone just really, everyone rocks out, and everyone's just very like, I don't know how to explain it. It's more like what I see.
Mm.
And like everyone's like super dedicated, and you know, I haven't been here for a couple of years, and I just came over, and like the fans that have seen me, they're crying, they're like, you know, really excited, and it's cool. And then like in Japan, you have like everyone's so quiet, and they're like, you know,
ultra polite,
really
aren't they?
cute and really polite and reserved, and they always have gifts.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
What's the strangest gift that you've been given?
A wedding dress in Korea.
That's quite strange. Yeah.
And a bunny in a bag.
What, a real one?
A rabbit.
A live one?
Yeah. It's supposed to mean something like good luck or something. It's kind of
Okay.
weird. It's like, what do I do with this?
What did you do with it?
I gave it to my label rep to like, for her to take care of, put it somewhere good.
Okay. It was just in case anyone's worried about the bunny. It's safe.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we flushed it down the toilet. I'm kidding.
I could edit that badly. Okay. Now, also, you've done a couple of movies as well. With Richard Gere, you're in The Flock, and you're in Fast Food Nation as well. And the voice for a possum, I believe, in Over the Hedge. Do you see a time maybe where movies become more important to you than music, or will that never happen?
I love music, and I love singing, and music's always going to be a part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And now, you know, I just want to act and do some cool movies, and I'll do both.
Do you get offered lots of movies?
I've been offered scripts. I have an agent, and I'm just being really selective.
Yeah.
And going through, you know, scripts and looking for the right one.
Okay. My last question to you
And I'm shooting a movie at the end of the year.
Okay. Great to hear. My last question to you is that one of the best things about being successful and famous is that you get to meet other famous, successful people. Is there anyone that you would really love to meet that you haven't met yet?
I don't really think about that kind of stuff. I guess the people that I would think would be cool to meet are comedians, like Molly Shannon, or like the guy who plays Borat. He'd be cool to meet, or something like that.
Okay.
As far as like other people, I don't really care. I mean, I get to meet a lot of people, and it's cool, but usually it's just like, hi, nice to meet you.
Right.
Take a picture.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay.